What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the F1 2021 My Team Career Mode. Today we've got race number 4 of Season 1. It's the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Last time out, it was Monaco, and a surprise finish to say the least. If you missed that one, I'll put a link to that in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Highly recommend you go back and watch that one before you watch today's episode. When we last left off, we had opened up our first secondary sponsor slot because we hit Team Acclaim level 5 coming out of Monaco. So we need to bring on a new sponsor to our team, which means more money, and we like that. So let's get down to business, shall we? Now I feel official. Much like last year's game, you got sponsors, a weekly income, a goal bonus, and a length of contract. So I will look through these various sponsors, what they're offering, what they're paying, and try to find somebody that suits our needs. I think the best way to go is to sort this by goal bonus. So basically, what do you get paid when you achieve the weekly goal? Zainetto wants us to answer at least 2 interview questions during a race weekend. Now, you guys know when I get interview questions from Claire, usually they're terrible, and sometimes I'll skip them, but if I have to answer 2, then so be it. The only problem is if she asks something that's going to hurt one of my departments, and I don't answer it, then I'm not getting my goal bonus money, so that kind of sucks. Alternatively, we can go with UTERP. I don't know how to pronounce that. But they pay more per week, a little bit less goal bonus, but all you have to do is out-qualify your rival. As far as I know, I don't have a rival yet. So maybe this is the race where we get our first rival assigned to us, and then we just got to out-qualify them. An interesting prospect. We look at Salve. They just want us to beat our rival during the race. But again, without knowing who our rival is, it's kind of hard to make that determination. Well, when you get down to it, money talks, bullshit walks. So I think we're going to sign Zainetto. I'll just have to answer some of Claire's stupid-ass questions. I hope she doesn't ask anything that just kills my team, but we'll go for it. Welcome to the team, Zainetto, 1872. Now our weekly income is almost $500,000. They're on the car for the next 70 days. Guess we got to find a place to put them. This paint booth could still use some work. I really wish you could just reposition the stickers wherever you want them to go, or rotate them or do whatever, but they got more slots than they did last year, so that's good. It still feels a little limited, but we got Zainetto on the end plates, and we put it up at the air intake as well, so they're on the car there. Oh, I put them on the nose, too. They're on the nose. So, there you go. Zainetto. Since our new sponsor's bonus money is tied to handling Claire and her dumbass questions, I decided to spend $225,000 to get Media Coaching 1 for me, so that should unlock some additional answers. Hopefully, that gets me out of some of her questions that all the answers hurt my departments. Since I got to answer 2 of them, I can't be skipping questions anymore. We've got 9 days at our disposal here, so let's do some team building. Let's do a funded team event, and let's help out Jack's focus a little bit more. So we're getting big boost to our departments. That's going to be plus 15 boost. Some resource points. It's going to cost us 30 grand, but a plus 15% boost all the way around to all of our departments. That's huge. Especially with a major aero upgrade in the works. Don't mind if I do. Taking a look at the performance index, we're still the 3rd worst car, a little bit behind Alfa Romeo. We've got the minor powertrain upgrade in the works. Hopefully that comes through before Azerbaijan. We've still got that major weight reduction on the chassis. That's not going to be until after Azerbaijan, before Canada. But we've got 1,300 resource points to do something with. And I think it's time we target a major aero upgrade. So let's see what's available. Aerodynamics department is riding high. Good morale. Minus 4% failure chance. Minus 7 build time. We've got this nice, juicy, major rear downforce upgrade. The rear wing upper flap. 26% failure chance. And we will have it, ooh, if it comes in right before the French Grand Prix. Let's get it in the works, boys. Come on. Something that I noticed during the Monaco Grand Prix that I was constantly out of ERS. Our ERS sucks. I had to manage that so carefully, but I was below 30% most of the time in that race, and that sucks. And we're going to need some ERS when we get to these big power tracks like France, Canada, Monza. Pick one. We're going to need ERS like crazy. So I think we need to upgrade our ERS at least a little bit. Every little bit helps, right? And this is a minor upgrade for the stators. Let's get them 28% failure chance. We'll have it before the French Grand Prix. Let's go. So let's review what we've got in the works for our upgrades now. We've got a major chassis weight reduction. We've got a minor powertrain ERS and a major aerodynamics rear downforce upgrade, all in the works. That'll help out quite a bit. All coming in over the next month or so. So by the time we get to the French Grand Prix, should have a pretty nice little vehicle. Let's kick time forward, get some of this stuff done, and then we'll get that major aero upgrade after we get all the boosts applied to our aero department. That seems like the smart way to go about it.
We're in a position now where we're able to attract a new sponsor to the team. Head on over to the corporate tab and select the sponsor screen to choose who we should approach.
I hate to break it to you. Maybe you didn't get the memo. I already did that.
The marketing department needs some assistance to reach a resolution here.
Oh, okay. Beyond signing a new sponsor, we've got a thing. The F1 Esports Series wants to invite some of our team to an event to increase their profile with fans of the sport. A deal can be arranged, but it would mean losing some time in development. What should we do? Oh boy. We get 1,000 team acclaim, but lose 500 resource points. If we decline, we get 500 resource points. I don't even have 500 resource points to give you. But I'll decline it and take 500 resource points. Sorry, F1 Esports. We'll see you next year. Spark plugs came in. Nice.
Okay, we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
Fantastic. Let's take a look at the point standings before we head out to the track. Lewis Hamilton, with his win at Monaco last time, stretches his points lead out over Verstappen to 18. Sergio Perez in third, about 9 back from Verstappen. Ricciardo, with his podium finish in Monaco, jumps up to fourth. Bottas and Norris both DNF'd and stay tied for fifth. Alonso's there in seventh. Gasly and Tsunoda, the teammates, are tied for eighth. Leclerc and Vettel are tied for 10th with 10 points. Sainz, Ocon, and Stroll all have points to their name as well. And then there's the rest of us that don't. On the constructor's side, Mercedes and Red Bull having a good little battle so far through 3 races. 6-point difference between the two of them. And then everybody else falls into place. 4 of us without points. But we're 8th right now. And remember, that's important for our season-long bonus for our main sponsor. We got to stay in 8th or 9th. I think it's like finish in the top couple. I don't know. Don't finish last. Let's go with that. And with all that out of the way, it is time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Let's head out to Baku and see how we do. About to go out for my first run here in Q1, and right at the end of free practice 3, the engine just didn't feel right. Didn't sound right, didn't feel right going down the straightaways. Jeff hadn't said anything yet, but when I loaded up into Q1, I can see what the issue is now. Very worn internal combustion engine, 72% worn. This thing is done. The MGU-K is pretty well toast. The MGU-H is pretty well toast. Energy store is okay. Turbocharger's dead. Control electronics is 50% worn, but we're going to have to chuck some new components into this thing. Luckily, since we haven't gone out and made a lap yet in Q1, we can do this without penalty. Just going to cost us some time, so we'll get the boys to work, getting everything swapped over, and we dodged a bullet here. That would have been back of the grid for sure. 6 to 7 minutes to get this thing done. All right, boys, I believe in you. Get it done.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
No.
Who would you say is your biggest rival at the moment?
Okay, so we do get to choose our rival. That's nice. My boy George. He's definitely my rival. Absolutely.
You won't be starting at the front of the pack. Are you worried?
Oh, you're so observant, Claire. Thank you for reminding me that I'm not starting at the front of the pack. Am I worried? It's a worry, but we have to make the best of it anyway.
Appreciate your time.
I bet you do.
Good afternoon and welcome to Baku. This was the arena, if you think back to 2017, of one of the most eventful races of modern history, with controversy behind the safety car, last-second overtakes, and a historic podium for Williams and for Lance Stroll. So let's find out what lies in store for us this year. It's time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With 20 turns and a length of 3.7 miles, Baku City Circuit in the heart of the Azerbaijan capital is a real test of a driver's endurance, patience and precision. 90-degree corners through Sector 1 lead into a tightening uphill sprint as we start to circle around the old city. Then a 1.4-mile chase flat out through Sector 3 towards the finish line. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of Turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
Well, the throttle goes both ways, Crofty. You've got to have the discipline not to try and win the race on the first lap, so always be prepared to lift early and give those around you more space. Trying to be the last of the late breakers with half a dozen cars around you may pay off from time to time, but it's also a great way to lose your front wing.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Verstappen, Daniel Ricciardo and Perez, Leclerc, Gasly, Vettel and Carlos Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Stroll, Yuki Tsunoda and Ocon, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Mick Schumacher and George Russell, Joker, Latifi, Aitken and Nikita Mazepin. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Welcome to the grid here in Baku. It is an overcast day, a far cry from what we had in practice and qualifying. Slight chance of rain in this race, although it is kind of low. So I think it's just going to be cloudy. Probably no rain. Let's take a look at the race strategy. Fourth race of the season from Baku. Let's do this thing. Oh boy. Let's tiptoe here, boys. Be smart. Wow, Jack really sent it up the inside. Oh my God, Jack.
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the ICE. Be aware that we will start to see a loss of power.
Wow, Jack Aiken, big moves. And our engine's in trouble. Why is that? Wow, look at the engine wear. Oh, contact ahead of us. One of the Alpines got booted. Oh, why are we so slow? This is the wrong race to have engine trouble in. I can't believe this. This is going to be a long day if this is what we got to deal with.
We're accumulating some wear on the MGUK. To manage this, we'll need to lower our ERS deployment mode.
Great, everything's gone to shit. Wow. All right, yeah, just slot on in there, George. We are in such trouble for this race. We are screwed. Oh my God, it was over before it even started. That's terrible. Fight him, Jack. Fight him, Jack. Yeah. Let's go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Keep fighting him, Jack. All right, we got to figure it out here. What a battle. Here comes Mick Schumacher to the inside. Oh boy. Hold him off. Oh, contact behind me. Ricardo Verstappen. Get into it. Oh, boy. The former Red Bull teammates bouncing off each other behind the slow-ass pink cars. Oh, here comes Ricardo. Oh, my God. Yeah, bye. Jeez. Sorry, Jack, gotta go. Here comes Gasly. Now you couldn't make it work into one. Sorry, bud. Come on. Come on. Nope. Oh, wow. What a time to make a move there. You dummy. It's making it awkward for both of us. All right, go on. Stupid. All right, next up to blow my doors off, Sebastian Vettel. Where are you going? All right, take the right side. Bye.
Come on, you can win that place back.
No, I can't,
We're leading
Jeff.
our teammate by 2.5 seconds.
Box this lap.
Understood, stopping this lap.
Executive decision. We had no grip left in these tires. We need to do something. We're down on engine power. It don't matter. This thing's crap.
Go now.
All right, 2.5, another good one.
Pit strategy complete. See these tires through to the end now.
You know, I realized I said I was doing a two-stop strategy. We just put on hards, so clearly we're not pitting again. What the hell happened in the pits, Jeff? You know, I'm so confused. I know I picked a two-stop strategy, and it didn't dawn on me until just now that we're doing a one-stop strategy, so I have no idea what the hell is going on.
Gap
We got a
teammate ahead is
worn-out engine.
15.0 seconds.
We got worn-out engine components. We got the wrong pit strategy. What an absolute joke.
There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
Of course. How many times have we heard that this season? Oh, there's been an incident. No safety car. Come on. Guess I have to change that setting. Make it increase frequency.
Jack is in the pits. Jack in the pits.
All right, well, Jack in the pits. This will be the real test. Do we pop out in front of him or behind him? Oh my God. How about option C next to him? Just barely beat Latifi. He's got DRS and fresher tires. And he's hitting curbs. Easy, pal. Yeah, I'll take that spot back, thank you. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. All right. That was a big moment. Don't do that. Well, at least we get his DRS. Let's see if we can pull him back here.
The gap to the car in front is less than a second. Let's try and get past in the DRS zone.
Got him. Oh, he's taking it back. It gave him the DRS. Unfortunate. Well, we've lost Latifi's DRS, but guess who has mine? Our teammate, Jack Aiken. Hey, Jack. The battle did not be last. Sad.
The gap to the car ahead is 2.3 seconds.
Yeah, I can see that, Jeff. Can also see Nikita Mazepin behind me. Now I can see Nikita Mazepin in front of me.
Our gap to the car in front is 9.4 seconds.
Thank you, Jeff. So helpful. This engine is really starting to lay down.
Some information on Stroll. They're retiring from the race.
Wow, I'm almost jealous. I wish I was. With Stroll DNFing, I guess that means we're not finishing last, so at least there's that. Ugh. This is just brutal. Absolutely brutal. I feel like Fernando Alonso, when he was with McLaren, and he started shouting, GP2 engine, GP2 engine. That's what this feels like, GP2 engine.
Okay, gap ahead is 17.9 seconds.
Jeff, shut the fuck up. I don't need to know. Thank you. In fact, engineer, be quiet.
Copy.
So let's summarize this comedy of errors. I change out engine components in Q1 to not get a grid penalty. Go out in qualifying with my fresh engine components and qualify 17th or 18th, whatever the hell I was. We start the race with the old engine components. I never told them to put the old components back in. I also pick a two-stop strategy to go softs, mediums, mediums. Not that it would have mattered. But instead, we one-stop it, mediums to hards. Unbelievable. Talk about looking like we don't belong here. So to say that I'm frustrated would be putting it mildly. I think we could have run 20th today. We'll never know, because I had a sewing machine for an engine. Feels like NASCAR Heat, the old NASCAR Heat games. When you'd start off, you'd have no engine power and get absolutely destroyed on straightaways because you have no engine power. This is what this feels like. I'm used to it. I remember that.
Gap to car in front is 21.0 seconds.
I told you to shut up! Engineer, be quiet.
Confirmed.
Come on, leaders. Come on by. Well, the fans are getting a show today. It's another Mercedes ass kicking. You know, the really frustrating thing is the setup was pretty good. I like the way the car felt. I like the way it drove. But no engine power, it don't matter. Positive note number 2. Now that we're lapped, we don't have to run as many laps. What do you think Jeff's doing now that I told him to shut up? I think he's just sitting there all sad. You think he just got up and left? To hell with this. I don't need to watch this. Get yelled at by this talentless hack. He just left. Well, mercifully, this is the last lap. What an awful race. All the positives and momentum of Monaco washed away. I'm going to have to do some research to understand if that's a bug or a glitch or what happened, of why old components were put back on the car for the race after swapping them out in Q1. Wouldn't surprise me. This game isn't necessarily a technical masterpiece right now. If you know, you know. Lewis Hamilton wins the race. Good for him. Bottas gets second. No problem with lap cars today, because I was the lapped car, and I'm too slow to do anything. Gross. Jeff didn't even say anything. He just left. Alonso, driver of the day. Good for him.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
No, it isn't. Hamilton, Bottas, and who was that? Verstappen in third? Or Perez? I missed it. Who was it? Perez.
And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table.
Well, this was a failure of monumental proportions, top to bottom, just a complete failure all around the whole weekend. Unbelievable. I still don't understand what happened. I was so flustered and frustrated afterwards. I forgot to resume recording after I took the screenshot for the thumbnail. So you didn't get to see my interview questions with Claire. You can imagine how those went. Didn't get to see the final rundown of who finished where and all that, but you saw the podium. Let's look at the point standings then. Lewis Hamilton stretches his points lead out now over the two Red Bulls, Verstappen and Perez, within 6 points of each other. Bottas in fourth. Norris and his teammate Ricciardo fifth and sixth. Alonso up to seventh. Gasly, Tsunoda, Vettel in the top 10. Leclerc 11th. Sainz, Ocon, Stroll all have points. The rest of us don't. On the constructors' side, Mercedes pulls ahead just a little bit over Red Bull. A double podium will absolutely help you do that. McLaren and everybody else are falling off, but might be an interesting fight in the midfield. McLaren might have third locked down if they keep this up, but the fight between AlphaTauri and Alpine seemed to be pretty good. The big storyline to me, Ferrari, sixth, tied for sixth with Aston Martin. Yeah, that's a big deal. Welcome to this segment of the video called I Fucked Up, a journey of realization through Schildhouse's mind. Enjoy. I don't get it. I have the number 2 turbochargers on here because I would have to fit number 1. I guess what I did is I moved the I think I know what I did, and it's my fault. So when you move components from slot 1 to slot 2 to pick up a new piece, you have to hit fit component. So what I did was I went to all these components, moved them over, but I never fit component on the top 3. I only hit fit component on the turbocharger, thinking it would apply to all. But instead you have to apply them one by one. So that's 100% on me. Sorry, Jeff. It's not your fault. I'm an idiot. And on that wonderful note, that'll do it for today's episode. Just a complete bummer of an experience at Baku, but what are you going to do? That's the way these things go when you're a small, new F1 team. We really showed our rookie stripes in this one. I appreciate you checking out today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, if you did, let me know by leaving a thumbs up on it and a comment down below. Give me your thoughts on the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, my mistakes, my failures, everything else. Come on. I can already hear it. Everybody roasting me. That's fine. That's fair. I deserve it. But in any event, I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one for the Canadian Grand Prix.